I was uncomfortable and I'd been diagnosed with painkillers, and I was beginning to learn that I'd got osteoarthritis a little, but that was about it. Painkillers didn't really suit me, and I found that quite difficult. And so when I first met Professor Middleton's team person, he was very helpful, very kind, but basically indicated that I wasn't an immediate one for an operation. You know, what about cycling? And so he chatted about it at the stage at which I was not taking painkillers then as often, but I really wanted to do something about it.
So after you referred on to the chain programme, tell us your experience of being part of the programme. What did you learn and how did you find the cycling sessions?
I found the initial part of the course, before you go cycling, was very helpful, because one doesn't know, as a layman, I didn't know really how it would affect me, and I just knew that I was uncomfortable and it was occasionally getting worse and worse. When we went cycling, it was really fantastic, if I'm honest. We had been prepared very well. You know, you're going to do this and you're going to do that on the course. And you get on a stationary bike for the very first time. And it was quite an effort. But by the end of the course, it was a delight to get on, because I was beginning to realise that it had a real benefit.
And what was the benefit for you? What changes did you see in your symptoms, and how did you end up the course? You know, how did you finish the course?
My pain levels were totally manageable virtually by going spinning, and I had some pain midweek, perhaps always towards the next appointment, but it worked. If you can tell me what it is, it didn't go away. It didn't go away, but it worked to relieve me of personal pain, and I've been very grateful for that ever since.
And so how much of that was also, you mentioned two things there. One, the relief from the cycling, but also how much you got from the education and advice session. How valuable do you think the education and the advice we give you around arthritis and what you can do with an arthritic joint, how valuable was that, and what were the key things that you learned?
The key things that I learned really is that first of all, even if it didn't help the pain immediately, it was going to be very much better if I was going to have an operation. So it was sort of had a goal involved in it. I didn't really expect it to be as effective as it has been, but that and the weight loss situation, which was part of the preparation, was to say to me, you are a little bit overweight, very politely, and I managed to lose the weight, and I've noticed that has been an advantage as well.
Fantastic. And so following the programme, how have you managed to keep active, and how have you sort of managed to keep exercising? What do you do now that you weren't doing previously?
I had a bicycle and I got on it, and I get on it as often as I can. I think I probably do 3, maybe 4 sessions, but they are within my control and I don't have to come to the sports centre. I liked coming down to the sports centre, it was amazing, but trying to fit in appointments wasn't necessarily the easiest thing. But I could get out on my bike, and if I said now that I hadn't ridden a bike for 50 years, and I got on that bike and I learned how to walk, to be able to ride up the hill in over 6 months. And I never expected I'd be standing on a pedal to be able to get myself up and to keep my fitness going.
Fantastic. And so, I mean, you finished the chain programme over a year or so ago now, or towards 18 months ago. So how 18 months on, following chain, that has become a new way of life for you, a new lifestyle for you in terms of riding your bike and being more active?
Yes, and it presents a discipline, because particularly when you do it with the bicycle and you're not inside, the weather recently has been pretty poor, so I have to really discipline myself to get on the bike and I have a spin round somewhere. But that's the principle of it, and I feel that I'm taking part in common sense help for what I've got, for the osteoarthritis that I've got. And I feel a little bit in control to the fact that I can notice it if I don't go regularly.
Fantastic. So just finally, for anyone who was a potential participant of the Chain programme, thinking about whether it's right for them or whether it's going to work for them, what advice would you give them?
Give it a go. I had no idea what was coming. It was the 6 weeks, which I think might be 8 weeks soon, an 8-week course, but it was first class, and it was very good to meet other people who also in that position and who sharing their woes and looking at their progress. So I would say simply give it a go if you've got the opportunity to go on the course.
Fantastic. I'm just going to pick one question there that you just mentioned. So you mentioned that you like the group setting. Do you think being in a group is a positive against a one-to-one, a normal sort of one-to-one traditional care model?
Yes, I do think it is just possibly some way of making it a social connection, because we're sharing something that we're all working at together. And I assume that when people come on the course, it is to get less pain or to get better. And I think you can do that by talking to other people who are in the course as well.